Maybe you were super excited to get started on a whole new teaching approach, but old patterns are already starting to fall back in place and you're feeling completely lost again. You may have lost the big idea. You've probably experienced that moment where somebody turns to your child and asks them, "What did you learn in your homeschool today?" And there you are, half super excited and proud, and the other half absolutely terrified about what they're going to say. So you sit and you wait and you watch them, and they reply, "I don't know." Oh, major deflation. You've just poured so much time and effort and energy into curating this for your child, and they just didn't connect to it. What's going on here? If your child doesn't get the point, then chances are maybe you didn't have a point in the first place. Make sure that you have a main idea or a big idea in your homeschool, either in your lesson or your day or your unit, so that you can point to that point and your child has somewhere for that learning to stick to. What is this big idea that we're talking about here? Well, think of it this way. If you are hiking a forest trail, you are going to see the trail in front of you. You'll see all of those individual details, all of those trees all around you, maybe even some wildlife, and you are going to be in that specific detail-oriented approach. But a bird flying overhead has that bird's eye view, that top-down, big picture view and understanding of what that whole forest looks like and where you are going to on your walk. This is what you need to have in mind for your homeschool, not just the details of the day-by-day moments, but also that end in mind. Where are you going to? How does this all fit together under one big forest or even an umbrella? Having a big idea is so important. It helps you and your child. I mean, for you, it helps define what you actually choose to do and include in your homeschooling days. When you know what the big idea is for learning English language arts, you're not going to be adding in a bunch of extra busy work. You're only going to be doing those activities and learning experiences that actually matter and count towards what you're trying to help your child understand. From your child's perspective, it really helps them with connection making, and it helps them with seeing relevance and meaning in everything that they're doing. They see how there's this one big umbrella idea and how these details all fall under that umbrella. They see how they're connected and why that matters for them. So now that you know what a big idea is and why it's so important, let's talk about how to use a big idea in your homeschool. First of all, you want to decide for whatever subject or unit, what is the big idea? What is that main point? If your child could only remember one thing from this unit, what would it be? And so define that, write it down. And then at the beginning of that unit or lesson, share it with them, maybe verbally. The big idea is, and then share what that main point is that you want them to get out of it. Now, as you go through that, you can go through all of those details, and you may even want to ask your child to draw or write about what that big idea is. And then at the end, ask them, what was the big idea here? And see if they're able to articulate how all of those details that they were unpacking fit together to one main point. This is how you teach for learning that lasts. Your child is not going to remember all of those details 20 years down the road, but they likely will remember the big idea of what that was about. This is what you really find important, and these are the values that you can really instill in your children. Understanding what the big idea is can be super motivating for your child. So if you have found yourself trying to externally motivate your child to learn, then you may want to check out this video next.